Good morning, everybody. AG here. Well, it's probably not morning. Whatever time of day it is for you, having a good one. I hope you are. Today, I want to talk to you about some of the different things that I deal with on a daily support basis. I know that there's like the support agenda where everybody feels like they're constantly being attacked or just ridiculed by the team for doing everything that they can think of incorrectly. But, you know, there's just some different things that people do in the game, and I just want to touch on them. Now, let's talk about Mercy mains first. Now, Mercy, when you play Mercy, your major thing is to get that fatty 5-man, 6-man res somehow, even though you're a part of the team and you can only have 6 people. That's your job. Get that res going, baby. Because if you fuck that shit up, oh man, are you going to hear about it in all chat? About how you are the worst individual in the world. You're the worst Mercy anybody's ever seen. And you know what? Sometimes it's not even your fault. It's not even your problem that you couldn't get your res off. You want to know why? Because that Pharah that's focusing you, because she knows that you're a major threat to their team because you can resurrect 5 people, she's going to focus you. The Genji that nobody's even batting an eye for, he's going to focus you. You know what else is going to focus you? Everybody on their team. You're going to have divas that will ult just for you. You're going to have a Zarya that will ult just for you when you're playing Mercy, because they all know that if Mercy doesn't get her res off, she's useless. And go figure, when you get focused, you tend to die. And sometimes they'll lose a significant number of people just blowing stuff for you. And it happens. Like, the struggle of playing support is so hard. And when people say that Mercy is super duper easy to play, even I've said it sometimes, she's really not. She's got a lot of skill cap factors to her, because as you get higher up in skill rating, people start to focus you more. And the reason they do it is because they know that you are so vital to the team that if you're able to get that res off in a good situation, or when they try to make a big play and you completely counter that by bringing everybody back to life, that's a huge problem that they have to worry about. And if they don't focus on it, then, well, they usually lose. Because any Mercy that doesn't get focused usually means that the team that doesn't focus the Mercy, they just get shit on time and time again. It happens so much, and people don't think about that for some reason. When they see that Mercy dies and she has her res up, they don't even think about the fact that, oh, hey, maybe we should protect our fucking Mercy. You know, that just never clicks in their head. They're never just like, being able to come back to life versus getting that shield damage that I could shoot on Soldier. You know, maybe I should just shoot the shield instead of focusing the Pharah that's flying over our entire team. Nobody's looking at her, and she's going straight for our Mercy, who's literally screaming, I need assistance. Not only in game, but over voice comms, just screaming at us, I need help. Maybe at some point it'll cross my mind that I should probably turn and help my team. Nah, fuck it. Let me just bitch at this Mercy because she didn't get her goddamn res off. Idiot. Stupid ass fucking Mercy. Can't even fucking res. Idiot ass. You know, that shit happens all the time. So I understand the struggles of Mercy players not being able to get their res off because the team won't support you enough to help. Support your supports. Just show some support to your supports. That's all I'm asking. The reason I bring up Mercy is because it's a lot harder for Mercy to get those reses off, especially at higher SRs. Typically because people tend to focus the important targets first. Get the supports first. That's who you usually want to kill, because without healing, Roadhog can't stay alive forever. That's just terrifying. I mean, granted, you're going to have some people that miss healing, or Ana lands a good anti-heal grenade, things like that, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, if you don't focus the supports, guess what happens? People are getting healed, people are getting resurrected, people are getting huge game-changing ultimates that are very crucial to a team structure. Like a Zenyatta ultimate's huge. Actually, a lot of the support ults are huge. Even the Symmetra ult, the teleporter or the shield gen, because that's either a lot of regenerating health that people have, or that is a 5-6 man teleport that allows everybody to come back to point after a death and just recontest immediately, as opposed to having to reposition themselves and run so far back to get to where they need to be at. And a lot of DPS players, a lot of tank players, and even a lot of defensive players, like obviously your Hanzos and your Widows and your Junkrats and Maze, they're not even going to think about that shit. They just got to go in and get those frags and blame the support when everybody's dead. It's like, where's the res? Where's the res? It's not there because you didn't help me. Simple as that. Now, moving on from Mercy, because I think that's the major problem, is people just don't protect Mercy. A lot of supports, people they don't protect you, but some have a little bit better of survivability when it comes to things like that. And the next hero that I'd like to talk about is actually Lucio. Lucio, he can do some stuff by himself, but he needs some help. He needs to be able to have people go in when things are happening. He needs people to be in line of sight to get his ultimate off, and sometimes it's not always possible, but doing things with Lucio is kind of hard. You gotta help him out. Support your support. If Lucio wants to go in with you guys, go in. Don't bait him in there and then be like, Lucio, why'd you get caught? It's because You wanted to go in, and then when I speed boosted you in, you immediately turned the fuck around and got the fuck out. Like, you just baited me. I wasted an amp it up because I thought we were going to chase a kill or confirm something, but you decided that you were just going to run away. Just turn a cheek and just hightail it out of there. Like, I can't deal with that as a Lucio player. It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out how I want it to. You guys get mad at me when I'm playing Lucio for fucking something up, but you know, you made me just do the wrong thing, or calling for an ult and then not wanting it. If you're like, all right, let's break it down and get in there, let's get in there. You can't just be like, all right, let's get in there and, you know, amp it up, speed boost, break it down. And you're like, wait. You can't do that. You can't second guess. You have to make a commitment and go with it. And especially if you're going to make Lucio burn his ultimate for a commitment, you can't do that. You have to completely commit to what's going on. Don't bait your supports into blowing an ultimate. That could be very game changing if you're going to make a call like that. That's usually the thing that I see happen with Lucios, and it bothers me because it's like, come on, man, come the fuck on. You can't just tell me like, let's go in, and then have me burn everything as Lucio, and then we didn't go in. Like, what the fuck? What are we doing? Why are we spending so much time just wasting it every second? That kind of stuff. It's like, come on, man. Symmetra, you know, protecting the shield generator, the teleporter, that's all right. I'm not going to cover too much on that. Symmetra kind of like, let's be real, when I play Symmetra, I just kind of do my own thing and pray to God that I can get my teleporter or shield gen up in time. It's whatever. That's Symmetra for me. And I'm sure some Symmetras out there will probably be like, you should touch on Symmetra more because people don't love us, but you guys are fine. You'll be all right for now. I'll talk about you later. I've talked about you guys enough. I'm going to talk about someone else. Zenyatta players. Zenyatta, when you are dealing with a Winston in your game, holy goodness, is that just one of the most annoying, frustrating things ever. You know, typically you can put a Discord orb on Winston and do a lot of damage to him, but when he's diving the backline to focus you, that's probably one of the most upsetting things to me. Especially when nobody turns around to look at the Winston who is out of position just to kill one support, let alone maybe two. Maybe killing your Lucio and your Zenyatta at the same time, and nobody turns around. Or some of my favorite is when you're playing Zenyatta and you have a Tracer and a Genji and a Winston who have all dove you, and your entire team won't even turn around, and you're right next to them. I have had several situations where Azaria didn't even think about turning to bubble me. As a matter of fact, she bubbled the friendly Tracer who went in on the opposite side and decided that she was going to get a bunch of kills, and she immediately dies when that bubble goes down, instead of turning to help the support that's trying to keep everybody alive. If he can't even keep himself alive, then that makes his ultimate useless. And sometimes I have burnt ult because I was so upset with my team for not helping me when there is a very clear situation that I'm in danger. I need your assistance. Please help me the fuck out. Holy goodness. It's not that hard. It's just not. And yet people make it like this big huge ordeal. Like, why should I waste anything to save you? You're the support. You should be saving me. Hard for me to save you when I'm dead. And I'm dead because you can't help me. And you can't help me because there are 3 people diving me and you don't even turn around. You can have no supports constantly. I'm probably going to get tilted and it's going to be very difficult for me to do my job if you refuse to protect me, because I'm the only thing that can give you health at the moment, aside from health packs, and they're all gone because they're all constantly taken, or Sombra hacked them somehow. Somehow there's a Sombra in the game, maybe. Now, I probably sound a little triggered. And the reason I sound a little triggered is because people are so dead set on the support being at fault constantly because the team won't do anything to support the supports. And that's the whole purpose of this. Show some support to your support. I'm going to say it time and time again, because if you're a DPS player out there and you're watching this, or if you're a tank player and you're out there watching this, you should feel offended that somebody is diving past you, the damage, to go kill the support. You should be offended. Kill that fucker. How dare you ignore the fact that I'm standing right here to kill this guy? How dare you? Let me make you never want to do that again. That's what you should be saying as a DPS or as a tank. You should be saying, you should be offended that they are getting past you. They're not even focused on you. They're not even looking at you. You're irrelevant to them. As a DPS player, when somebody thinks you're irrelevant, you should be upset, because that means that you're fucking useless. Because apparently the support's more important than you? Oh, hell no. You should fucking fuck them up. That is what you should be doing. And people just don't get that. Now, moving on from there, I want to talk about Ana. I fucking love Ana. Holy shit, do I love me some Ana. As you can clearly see by all the videos I post right now are about me playing fucking Ana, because I love Ana. She's great. And all I have to say about Ana is, sometimes I need help aiming. Obviously, you can see it here. I just need help aiming. But if people are able to help you focus with aiming and just help you get some kills like that, it's just so much better. It feels so good to have a team that can support you. When people actually support you, when you're playing support, when people keep line of sight, or they do things to help you try to do your job easier, when it's easier for you to play support, then hell yeah, your team's going to do better, because, man, it feels great when people actually care about you and where you're at because you're the one giving them health. People just are ungrateful. They're like, you should be doing a better job. It's like, okay, help me do a better job. If you are able to position here, I'm able to position over there, and then make everything great. You know, it's always about positioning, and people will always just try to run around corners and make your job impossible. But at the end of the day, if you're able to get those things off, then it's a pretty good game. But I want to hear what you have to say about this. Everybody has their own opinions, and I love hearing them. So if you want to leave a comment down below, tell me what you think about today, go right ahead, and I'd love to read it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. All right, peace.